Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Greg here again with an update of a buddy build with me and John Moore with the Russian KV, excuse me, 122. So I shall show you what I've done so far and what I'm planning to do with it as we're going along. So I have, drop this first while it's drying, just the old picture frame at the moment with blue tack. Just poundland filler, just letting it go off now, and then it's just going to be a fairly straightforward diorama, bit of groundwork and things like that, nothing much. So that's what it's going to go on to. So that's that, and a couple of, I've no Russian tank cruising me thing, so I'll have to use these assault troops. The block colours are all in there at the moment. They'll be sitting on the side of the tank and back of the tank. There we go. Oh, yeah. They're okay. They're just to me figures. Nothing elaborate about them. It's coming along, slowly but surely coming along. Let's see if I can get that. They're coming along. And the other one. There we go. That's better. So they're coming along. I'm getting there with them. So obviously all the accessories have got to be added to them, and all the guns and one thing and another. Yeah, so that's another thing to be done. And of course we have the main thing, the KV, which is completely finished. Let's just bring this light over towards it. So I'll move this a bit up here so we know where we are. We're out of the light there, aren't we? Right, so as you can see, I'll just pull that back on there. So first I could do with a bit more light, couldn't I? Let's have a look. Let's see if I can make this work. Is that working any better? There we go. Is that better? Oh. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so as you can see, it's completely finished. Lovely build. Absolutely superb build for a trumpeter kit. Well, trumpet kits are really good, but this was an exceptional build. It really, really was. I've added a few extras. Like I say, this wasn't on there, the track. It was a spare track, so I added that to them. Weathered them, added a little bit of extra protection. The torque cable was a standard with the kit. They got this nice copper twisted cable, really molds nicely to the model. And the tracks they do go there, they're part of the kit. Bit on the rear, I did something different. There's a tarp, a barrel, and just a twig from the garden just on the rear. Let's show you the tracks. The tracks were probably the best link tracks I've ever, let's turn it around this way, let's see it better, this side. Probably better than I've ever done. They're superb. Weathered it a bit more than normal. It's like grass in there. Can't get that decent. I'll take a couple of photos and add the photos to it at the end, but I'll use the grass and mud, it's Vallejo, and the trench earth in there as well. And if you can't quite see, but I say when I bring the photographs on, you'll see all the markings, the oil spillages and things like that in there from the wheels and this one thing and another. So as far as the paint job is concerned on this, all I did was I did the black coat of NATO Black, which is NATO Black. I can never ever remember the number. NATO Black is XF69 NATO Black. So we started with that as the shadow coat, and then we used the flat white for the highlight coat, which is XF2. So obviously that was all highlighted and left to dry overnight. I got a good, give it a good 12-14 hours drying time. Probably didn't need that much, but I did it at the end of the night. That's all I needed. I couldn't bother doing any more. And then what I used for the actual colour is the Vallejo Russian Green Primer, surface primer. But I liked it that much, I used it as the actual colour. I think John's used this as well, if I'm not mistaken, but I think he's used a different colour on top as well. I think he's slightly different to me. But yeah, I came out quite nice with that, and it was almost straight from the bottle. So I had a little bit of, to me, an X20. Is it the X20? You can never remember that either, can I? Yeah, the X20 air thinners, just had a little bit of that. I didn't have any Vallejo thinners. It worked quite well, really did work well. So once all that was sprayed and dried, leave that again. And then I started weathering it by first doing a pin wash on all the rivets and the bolts and everything else on there. You can see from the back. Let me just see if I can bring this down a bit onto it and swivel it round. On the you can see all the bolts and all the rivets on the back of the tank and the engine grills. Done all that, all the, you see it's been all highlighted and all the bits and bobs on it, and on the front, and obviously on the turret did the same again, and all on the front, which was all done like I thought, come out really well. Maybe if I can bring it up by I can quite see that. See, doesn't really give you a good. That's better. So I didn't do any chipping or scratching, because apparently it's a prototype tank. There's only a couple made to see what, you know, to get the gun turret into the chassis. So it's a KV chassis. So it was mainly for the turret, to see what the turret could take the gun, which it did. And I say I've added a couple of little bits and extras, like the also the little machine gun in the turret. Probably it's not right, but I thought it looked quite nice, so I did that myself. The decals were just straight from the box. Didn't really give you anything where to put them, so I decided to do it that way around. 001, you know, it's a fictitious tank sort of thing. Number. Fictitious tank markings, that's the one I try to say. And then of course done the old John Moore guitar string, really good. I enjoy doing that. Makes a lot of difference to me, because I've kept knocking the jeweller's wire, you just bent in, you could never get it back into shape, so I bit the bullet and bought some cheap guitar strings. Then after I did the pin wash, I used a MIG faded bronze green. Where are we at? See, there we have knocked the aerial off again. Which is PO51. Oh. And I say I just went round the around some of the surfaces and just slightly adjusted it, because I already had a good colour combination between the lights and darks from the black and dark white coats underneath. So I didn't thickly spray the primer, so you can still see all the white coming through. But I thought, just to blend all that in a bit more, so it wasn't as stark, I just used that and just, you know, go around all the surfaces and blended it in. So and then I just left that overnight again. I just did a few drops of the old colour mix, used a pigment fixer, and left that again overnight. And then I came back to it again in the morning, and I started off with the trencher, so that the Cromlech Dark Earth, which is this one. I'm going to have to get some more. I'm running pretty short on it now. really nice stuff. I do like it. And that's what I've sort of weathered, sort of the powders and there again, as you can see I've just dusted slightly around all the cupolas and all the crevices, and as you can see on the sides and the front and all around the where things dust would collect. Again, you know, just did, you know, took me time, kept going back over things, and you know, it took quite a while to do, but yeah, I was in no hurry to finish it. It went together really well. And I say, once I've got all the dusting done, I went round again with the lead pencil and just highlighted a few of the upper raised details, like the the brackets on the what do you call it, upper hull, really. And again, just round the front and all these parts, all the highlighted parts of the tank. So it just, you know, it looks like it's been bashed about a little bit, and it's just because the paint's come through past the past the primer and down to the bare metal. And then after that again I did some more pin washing and just, you know, gently tidied it up. I did a bit of oil spillage and things around these hatches, which are for the engine. Just make them out. Didn't do a lot, didn't need a lot. And then again with the fuel stains on the side of the fuel drums. And I say I did the barrel and the tarp, which tarp was made out of baby wipes. What I'll do with those is, let me find where I put them. I think they're up here. Yeah, there we go. So what I'll do is get a baby wipe, tie it up like so, depending on how big you want it, how small, just like that. You can cut, you know, sections off it, whatever you want. Leave it all to dry, obviously. So I've got a few different ones in here, some smaller ones in here. There's varying thicknesses, and just tie them, leave them like that, you know. And then obviously paint it to the colour that you need. And then slightly weathered that again and tied it onto the grab model at the back, and same with the barrel. The barrel's from an old Tamiya kit with the jerry cans and all that kind of stuff, and buckets, and so I've just done that. Thought that would be just something different again. Yeah, so, and then that's all the hoop hole was done. That didn't do anything else. Although before I started doing any weathering, I give it the a dull coat before I did anything else. Sorry, I should have said, that's my fault. Before I did any weathering, after I did the base coat of it, I always put the decals on first and then I dull coat. Don't ask me why I do that, but I've never had a problem doing it. So, and then I started weathering leaving after a good 12 hours to firm up and go off before the weathering. And then again on the tracks, yeah, I did the dark dirt again using the pigment fixer and the Vallejo. Let me find it. Oh, come on! I've never organised that. Never organised. Never. There you are. It's the Vallejo mud and grass. First time I've used it, and I say I did that on the lower of the suspension arms and things like at the darker, the bottom. Going quite well. It's really nice. Nice. I can make my own though, really. You know, a bit of static grass stuff and a bit of wood. I could make my own quite easily, so I probably will. And then once I'd done all the tracks, let me start again. Better bollocks up again. Primed the tracks in black, NATO black, and then I used the track wash from. I didn't use, yeah, the track wash from MIG. Is it MIG? Or AK, the track wash. Quite a nice colour. I just had it for quite a while. It's nearly empty now. Make you see, I've got the other stuff that I make as well. So I left that to dry off as well. Leave that to set up, and then obviously the the pigment and the dark dirt, chrome like dirt. Packed it all in around the tracks, and leave that to dry, and then I use the metal polisher, the metallizer that Joe's model kit sent me. You've probably seen this before, but yeah, it's really good stuff. And I say all you put it on with is one of these little where we are there, one of these little girly makeup-y things. You hardly use anything. I say it's practically full, and I've used it quite a bit. So close that. So that's how I did the all around the tracks, all around the cleats. Just to, you know, if you can quite see. Let's see if I can bring it up. There you can just see the. You don't have to do too much, but just enough so you can see that there's metal. They are metal and not. Again, that was easy to do, but they say the tracks, even though they're individual links, as John said when he did his update on it, he said easy. A lot of them just click together. Some of them didn't even need glue. There was a couple that needed glue, obviously, when you're shaping them up and putting them onto the tank. I've got a bit of a sag, which I was quite pleased with, because I noticed on the front of the box artwork there was a bit of a sag on the tracks, so I did manage to get on both tracks, that one and that one. So that's about it as far as the kit is concerned. I say I use the metal barrel as well, so the metal barrel, I think John just used the plastic one that was in the kit. The metal barrel came with the kit, and I say I just cut off the muzzle brake and put it on, and I found it quite easy to go on. This wasn't as nice a fit as probably the plastic one, but I got it to fit in the end, so it's not too bad. It came out quite well. And then again you can just see the fading of the colours on the turret, from the darks to the lights and vice versa. But say I can't praise this kit enough. It really is a lovely kit to build. I say I do have the K85 as well, take KV 85, which would be a coaster builder like this. I should be doing that as well very soon, I would have thought, once I start catching up with some of the buddy builds. So I've got to get this finished first with the diorama and the couple of little figures. So I think that's about it. So I'd like to say thank you for watching, and I hope you like what you've seen. I'd just like to say thank my subscribers and the new subscribers that I seem to be getting on quite a regular basis now, which is nice to, you know, nice to see. So I'll have another update again once the I'll put it on the diorama and the figures are finished, and we'll have a sort of final reveal of it. I'm sure John isn't far off from his final reveal either, so hopefully within a couple of days of each other or whatever we should be finished at the same time. So this is Greg signing off, and we shall see you soon.